So if you've recently started feeling dizzy and you're not sure why, or you've always felt dizzy, especially when you go from sitting to standing, you may have something called POTS. So POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So it's basically when you go from sitting to standing and your heart rate increases, and it increases by about 30 beats per minute or more. So that's actually a good way to test for it, but the testing is kind of with POTS. So anyway, POTS is a type of dysautonomia, which is, kind of an umbrella term for an issue with your autonomic nervous system that can cause various symptoms. So people are wondering, okay, well, why? Why do I have POTS? Or why have I always had it? Or why do I suddenly have it? And histamine intolerance and mast cell activation syndrome can play a really big role in this. Chronic inflammation and these things can actually lead to those dysautonomias. And one of the things that people don't connect is mold. So mold is a huge cause of inflammation in the body. And it's also a really big driver of histamine intolerance and mast cell activation syndrome. And so mold can play a huge role in getting POTS or making your POTS worse. So if you're feeling symptoms, they could be so many different symptoms, but if you're feeling that dizziness that we talked about, and then maybe some other issues like chronic, congestion, overwhelming fatigue, brain fog, different things that you can experience with mold, and you may want to, look into see if you actually have mold in the house. And a really good way to find out if you have mold is to test your body. I like to use a urine test, and that's really helpful unless you have an issue with your kidneys. But typically it's a really good, effective way to find out if you have mold in the body. It's usually cheaper than testing your house because that can be expensive. And also the testing from companies out there is usually not very good. So if you're feeling dizzy and you don't know why, and you think you may have some other symptoms of mold, I would recommend working with someone that will check the mold in your body and going from there.